Breaking now at noon, local GOP leaders just wrapping up a press conference, putting Governor Cooper on the clock to make a decision on the RNC. WCNC Charlotte's Tanya Mendez joins us now live. So, Tanya, who all was there today, and what is this ultimatum they're trying to give the governor?
So we saw U.S. congressmen who were here, 3 of them in fact. We saw leaders from the RNC, other elected officials who were standing here because they said that Cooper has until tomorrow to tell them whether or not they can have the RNC in full. And they said they were standing here not as Republicans, not as Democrats, but as people who were concerned about the business owners in this community, about the people who are working at many of the hospitality industries who stand to lose potential millions and millions of dollars. So they said that they're looking at the financial gains that we could see from hosting the RNC and the potential losses that we could see if we let it go to another state. You know, there's the obvious elephant in the room, though, right now. You're putting the governor on the clock at a time when there's a lot going on in this city. Just steps away from the Spectrum Center is where we have seen days and nights of protests in this city. We heard from the president last night that he is talking about sending in the military, sending in the National Guard. So I asked them, don't you think that the governor could be a little distracted right now? Maybe we should push this request back a few days to give him time to address some of the other pressing issues that are happening. So the RNC co-chair came up and he said he understands what's happening with George Floyd. He's mindful and respectful of it. But he points out the fact that they have been here for years now waiting up to this moment, and we're now only about 80 days out from the RNC, and if it is going to move, another city needs the chance to get itself up to speed. But they said they remain committed to Charlotte. They have sent a whole host of things that they want to do to have their RNC go off smoothly. They said that they have sent safety plans, they have sent healthcare plans, they are working with healthcare officials and submitted it to the governor, and they said they want a response now. So we asked them, is it possible that you could consider moving it to an outdoor venue? Here's what the RNC co-chair had to say about that.
We would like to have it here at the Hornet's Nest. Our plans, and as you know, it's a production. The convention is made for television, and we're going to invest millions of dollars to get this facility up to the standards we need and the production that we need to have for our delegates, for the president, and our alternates and guests. So, too, being in Charlotte, as you know, it's pretty warm, and the weather. There are pop-up storms.
So ultimately, the RNC is talking about the potential of 19,000 people here in the Spectrum Center. Leaders here, though, pointed out an important point. They said that in the weeks surrounding the RNC, you're going to see thousands, tens of thousands of students starting to go back to college campuses. So they said that they know there is a way to do something like this safely, and they're waiting for instruction from the governor about how they can pull this off. Reporting live at the Spectrum Center, I'm Tanya Mendez, WCNC Charlotte.
So, Tanya, let me make sure I have this correct. I know the DNC, they moved theirs back a month, yeah, and they've acknowledged that part of it's probably going to be virtual. So right now, as the RNC, their platform, their stance is that, hey, we want this full steam ahead. We want all 20,000 people. We don't want social distancing, and we don't want face masks.
Correct. Yeah, that's what they're asking for. They're saying that they want to have it in full. Now, we heard from the governor, I believe it was last week, he said that he knows that he has been talking about all kinds of possible scenarios, including the potential for it to be virtual or for them to host a scaled back version of this. But the request that they asked for today was to have it in full. We know that they talked about the potential for some kinds of healthcare implementation safety rules, like, for instance, having sanitation stations set up and trying to implement some form of social distancing, limiting where some of these delegates would be going and seating, but they want to have it in full.
All right, Tanya Mendez reporting live for us. We will see what happens in the days to come. Tanya, thank you.